Hey everybody, it's Kairos. In this video, we're going to look at a clip from a recent game in Plat 2 ELO and then test your knowledge to see what decision you would make in the same game situation. This is a new video format and I was inspired by a video released by Zen Coaching, which you can check out here. I really highly recommend his channel for in-depth discussion on advanced concepts. If you like this type of content, be sure to let the algorithm know by leaving a like and a comment. Now let's get into the game. As he's clearing from bottom to top, Warwick sees top lane pushing in and takes the opportunity to gank before Malphite is able to place a ward and get vision. Also, Nasus is still able to follow up on the gank because the wave hasn't crashed yet, so he won't have to give up any gold or XP to the turret to assist on the gank, so this is decent gank timing. Warwick trades flashes with Malphite and picks up the kill for first blood. We'll freeze frame here and go over the 4 potential scenarios of what you would do next from this position. And here's all the potential information you might need to make a decision. First off, the wave state. Top lane has 4 extra minions on Malphite's side of the lane. Mid lane is building on Anivia's side and it will push towards Orianna in the next 20 seconds. And then bot lane has priority over bottom scuttle from a health and wave position advantage over Thresh and Vayne. Summoners in the top lane, Malphite has teleport available, both Nasus and Warwick have flash. Nasus flash for the plus 12 stacks from cannon. And the enemy jungle position, we don't know where the enemy Vi started because both lanes showed at the same time and nobody was missing mana. But we would assume that she prefers to start on the bot side to get a better leash and would path towards the red buff and be on the top half of the map right now. The next consideration is the item power spike that Warwick is trying to get. He has 1,000 gold right now and wants 1,200 so that he can get Tiamat on his first back, which allows him to efficiently farm his entire jungle, and it opens up Krugs and Wolves so that he can actually farm that side of the map. And then finally is farm efficiency of what camps he has up. The only realistic places for Warwick to get farm are from the top wave if he pushes that in, from the Scuttle Crab, or from the Gromp that's right nearby. Those are the only places he'll get golden XP in the next 15 to 20 seconds. Now that we have all the information in mind, let's see what the pathing options are from this point. Option A. Warwick can crash the wave into turret so that it'll bounce back to the Nasus, and then he takes top Scuttle Crab and Gromp into a reset for Tiamat. Option B is that he could fake like he's leaving lane towards Gromp and then bait out the Malphite teleport to break the freeze because Malphite has to come back, but then he just repeats gank and they get another kill on Malphite. Option C is that he could leave the lane frozen for Nasus and then go to Scuttle Crab into the Gromp and then reset for Tiamat. Then the final option, option D, is that he could leave the lane frozen for Nasus, then go to Gromp in case Vi is in the top side, and then he could look for Scuttle Crab after the Gromp. With those options in mind, I'll let you just pause the video right here and comment down below which option you would choose and why. With option A, the problem is that crashing the wave into turret is very risky here. Neither Warwick or Nasus have good wave clear, so it would take a long time to crash the wave, which gives Vi a large window of time to gank. Also at this point in the game, Malphite has a very short death timer and can teleport back to prevent the crash and actually set up a freeze for himself if you aren't able to get the crash. With option B, it's correct that Malphite will likely have to teleport back in to break Nasus' freeze, or else he'll fall extremely far behind in gold and experience. But the risk of the counter gank from Vi makes this option suboptimal as well, because there is an element of risk there. And with a scaling pick like Malphite, putting him behind in the lane phase isn't game winning by any means. He's still going to scale, so the reward of this play isn't as high as the other options, and there's still an element of risk if Vi comes up and counter ganks it, which we know she's topside. Option C is a move in the right direction, but runs the risk of a duel with Vi in the river over the Scuttle Crab. If a Malphite immediately TPs back in, Vi will have priority in the top side at the beginning of that fight, and she'll also have a summoner spell advantage with her flash over the Warwick's flash. Then Nasus will have a lane state where he'd rather maintain the freeze than move to the fight in this position. And option D, in my opinion, is the best path. It forces Malphite to TP in to try and break the freeze, but it still respects the potential of Vi dueling Warwick in the river, and it also buys time for Anivia to establish first move priority from the mid lane. From Vi's perspective, we can see the obvious play. Warwick exits towards Scuttle. She can tell from his body language that he's pathing straight there, and she can set a trap there with the Malphite teleport and her early dueling potential, plus the summoner advantage that we noticed. by going straight to Scuttle, Warwick doesn't wait out the Malphite teleport and doesn't have help from Anivia yet. Also, by dying without securing either Gromp or Scuttle, he can't get his Tiamat power spike when he leaves the base, which sets him extremely far behind for the early game. So it would have been a safer call to go farm the Gromp and then wait to see how the lanes develop and if he has enough priority to go for the Scuttle crab. If Vi has already taken it, then I'd like to see Warwick hover the mid lane and transition into the bot Scuttle, where he does have priority for that, and he is also in position to counter gank anything in the mid lane if Vi tries to transition to the bottom Scuttle as well. Some of the relevant jungle concepts that we see in this game are, first of all, wave manipulation. It's very important to understand if you can crash a wave, if you need to fix it, or if you really shouldn't, and if it's okay with where it's at, like in this scenario. Also, jungle tracking, the awareness of where Vi is and her power level if she can contest the Scuttle. And then finally, there is an element of deception that Warwick could have used. Deception, he could have left Vision into Fog of War in a different direction to potentially change his options of what he could accomplish on the map. And so these are all really interesting jungle concepts that we get to see in action in this scenario and that you should be working to incorporate into your games at live speed. This is a short video, but I hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned something. Leave a like and a comment to help out with the algorithm. It really does make a difference for the channel as we are trying to grow. Let me know if you enjoy this format and if you'd like to see more videos like this, and I will catch you in the next video.